To use the bullet chart with custom data label placement, you just have to click on modify visual button, and after clicking on this button, you will be redirected to the login page where you have to fill in all your credentials regarding your account. Or if you are a new user, you just have to click on don't have an account, sign up now button. And after clicking on this button, you will be redirected to this page. You have just have to fill your name, email ID, password, and then confirm the password, and then click on register button, and then you will get an activation link on your email ID from where you have to activate your account to get an access in the PBIVIZ editor. And after you have activated your account and again log into the visuals, this editor will appear where there is no editor right now, so it's an empty workspace. So to get the bullet chart with custom data label placement, you just have to go to the library where all of the visual that is available on our gallery page will be visible here. Then you just have to look for a bullet chart with custom data label placement and click on it, and then import it to the visual editor. And after importing it, this editor will appear where if you are a new user, just a quick overview of the editor. On the left panel, we have this data field and the chart types like bar, bubble, line, area, and pie chart. On the middle panel, we have all the formatting options. And in the right panel, we have the data field where you can add any sample data. And on the visual tab, we have this real-time rendering of the visual. Now, one thing to notice here is that this data used here is just a sample data, but when you export the visual, the data will be used in Power BI will be different. And so if you have connected to a SQL database or Excel file or any other data source, you would be seeing that data source only. This sample data will not be associated with the exported visual in any way. So this data is just for the demonstration purpose or to look at how the visual will look like in the real time. So at the top is where you can select and switch between the dashboards if you have multiple ones, or export the visual from this button. And there is are some additional settings as well, as you can select the themes here, and you have this help and support guide for your reference. So for also for the user who want to use it right away, we have already created a visual for you. All you need to do is go to the this visual export button, and we have filled already created the visual for you. And write details for version name and display name description, and you can leave the support URL as it is and can change the author name, author email. Also, one thing to keep in mind here is do change the GUID by clicking on this refresh button. So this is important because this GUID has to be unique for your visual. So when you are using this visual in your Power BI dashboard, so this ID has to be unique. So it should not have a conflict with any other GUID from the marketplace or any of the visuals you might have used before. So if you are doing an update to the visual, then this is not your first time. We recommend keeping the GUID the same because that will help with update. But if you're not updating and this is your very first download, please click on this refresh button and create a new GUID for your visual. Thus, it will ensure that there is no conflict with any other marketplace visual. Here, all the fields are pre-selected, and on the format side, we recommend you to selecting a few options. For legends, let's take all, as we have already selected all of the options. For x-axis, all the options. For plot 0, let's take this bar width, bar color, bar border width, and bar border color, bar offset as well. So also we recommend here to select all the options if you are opting to a single time download, or I would recommend you to choose all the options. So because you will not get a second chance after you pay and download, so we recommend tick all the options that are here. So if you are on a subscription plan, however, we recommend selecting the options that are necessary only. So thus this will help avoid cluttered in your Power BI visual dashboard. So if you need another visual, you can always come back to the editor and can select additional options or also deselect them. Here, after selecting all the necessary options, just we recommend you to export the free visual. Try it out, and when you are happy, you can go and make a purchase by clicking on pay and export. And also, there is a subscription option as well. So, if I click on export button, it will take about a minute or two, depending on how the busy server is. So, in a minute or two, you will get a prompt that your visual has been downloaded. So once the visual is ready, it will be downloaded in the download folder or any other alternative folder you might have chosen in your local desktop system. Now you can open the Power BI, so you can import the visual and use. You just have to go to these options and click on import a visual from file, and then select the downloaded visual, import local file, and just click on this icon that will appear here after you have imported the visual. Now this is the visual, and now just expand it a bit and add some fields on y-axis. So we are adding country on the y-axis, and for comparison we are taking 2020's value, and for x-axis one or the actual values we are taking it as 2021. And for target value, we are taking 2019's value. So here is this bullet chart with custom data level placement. So we hope you will be able to create some powerful insight using this bullet chart with custom data level placement. And do let us know if you face any issues by contacting us through the email ID provided on our website.